Good morning, 5th grade. We are ready for math lesson 169. This is our last math class and our last math lesson. It's another review lesson, so let's go ahead and get started with our concept cards again this morning. And then we'll do a little bit of review on the board as well. So first of all, again today, I would like you to change the fractions here to their decimal. You'll need a paper and a pencil for this. So get a paper and a pencil, change the fractions to their decimal, and then we'll go through the other cards. So first of all, what is the decimal for 139,000th? 0.139 for 29,000th. 0.029, you would read it 29,000th. Whole number 29, and you need 3 places because it's thousandths. 100th. 0.01, just 1, the number 1, but hundredths means it needs 2 places. 2100th should be written like this, 0.21, 2100th. 700th. 0.07 or 700th. 13,000th. 0.013. Whole number 13 and needs 3 places because it's thousandth. 9,000th. 0.009. 1/10. 0.1. 1,000th. 0.001, the whole number 1, and thousandth means 3 places. Go ahead and give the decimal for the fraction. Hopefully you are learning these better, more by now. What is the decimal for 5/6? 8300th with the 3 repeating. For 1/6, 1600th with the 6 repeating. 2/3. 6/10 repeating. 1/3. 3/10 repeating. 7/8. 875,000. 5/8. 625,000. 3/8. 375,000. 1/8. 125,000. 4/5. 8/10. 3/5. 6/10. 2/5. 4/10. 1/5. 2/10. 3/4. 7,500th. 1/4. 2,500th. 1/2. 5/10. What is the formula for finding the area of a rectangle? A equals length times width. Formula for finding the perimeter of a rectangle. P equals, in parentheses, 2 times L plus, in parentheses, 2 times W. Formula for finding the perimeter of a square. P equals 4 times S. Area of a square. A equals S times S. What is the formula for converting from Celsius to Fahrenheit? F equals 9/5 times C plus 32. Formula for converting from Fahrenheit to Celsius. C equals 5/9 times, in parentheses, F minus 32. This is an equilateral triangle. Point, angle, isosceles triangle, right triangle, straight angle, obtuse angle, acute angle. Wrong way. This is a right angle. Congruent angles. This line here is a diagonal. This is a vertex. Octagon, heptagon, hexagon, pentagon, trapezoid, rhombus, square, ray, line segment, parallelogram, polygon, congruent triangles, similar triangles, simple closed curve, parallel lines, perpendicular lines, rectangle, line, and intersecting lines. Okay, so on the board today we're reviewing multiplying and dividing fractions and mixed numbers and then equations. So first of all, we have a mixed number and two mixed numbers, and we're multiplying them. In order to do that, we first have to make them improper fractions. So 3 1/3 can be changed to 10 over 3 because you multiply the numerator by the whole number, the denominator by the whole number, and add the numerator and keep the denominator the same. Now, multiply by 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5, so 5 over 2. Now, can we cancel here at all? Yes, 2 goes into 2 one time, 2 goes into 10 5 times. Now we're ready to multiply, so you go 5 times 5 equals 25, 3 times 1 equals 3. Now we have an improper fraction, so we need to change that to a mixed number. That will be 8. 3 goes into 25 8 times, and there's 1 left, so 1 over 3. The denominator is 3. So when we multiply those, we get 8 1/3. Now we have 2/3 divided by 2/6. So how do we divide fractions? Now, to divide fractions, you have to use the opposite process, which is actually multiply, and invert your divisor. Okay, so we have 2/3 times 6 over 2. All right, opposite process, invert this fraction. So multiply, change this to 6 over 2. Now we're ready to finish out the problem. We need to cancel first. 2 goes into 2 one time. 2 goes into 2 one time again. And then we have 3 and 6. 3 can go into 3 one time. 3 goes into 6 2 times. Now we multiply. 1 times 2 equals 2 over 1 times 1 equals 1. And 2 over 1 is the same as the whole number 2. So that is how you divide fractions. Use the opposite process and invert the second fraction. Now let's go over an equation. First of all, remember that an equation is an equation because both sides of it are equal. So sometimes we have a letter that we do not know what it stands for, and there are a few steps to follow to find out. This is called an algebraic equation. You will learn a lot more about these in the future. So to start off, we're going to solve the side that we know. Now we do not know what x equals yet, so we're just going to copy this down, but we can figure out what 20 minus 9 is. That is 11. Now, to figure out what x equals, we have to get x by itself. And in order to do that, we need to get rid of our 8. So we're going to subtract 8. But because an equation is balanced on both sides, whatever we do to this side, we also have to do to the other side. So, because we're subtracting 8 from this side, we're also going to subtract 8 from that side. Okay? Now, 8 minus 8 is nothing. So all we're left with is x, which is what we wanted. Then we have x equals, 11 minus 8 is 3. So x equals 3. And now to check if this is correct, we recopy the equation. And we put 3 in place of x. So we have 3 plus 8 equals 20 minus 9. Okay? 3 plus 8 equals 11. 20 minus 9 equals 11 as well. 11 equals 11. So that means it came out correctly. X does equal 3. Work your lesson carefully. Let me know if you have any questions. This is our last class of the year. This is your last lesson of the year. Tomorrow you have a test. Work very carefully. Study for your test tomorrow. Take time to look over your book. Make sure that you remember how to do everything. Let me know if you have any questions about anything, and I'll be excited to see you tomorrow.